And I'm Michael.
Good day! We will present to you the profile of second-year BS Accountancy students and BSBA Management Accounting students of De La Salle University, Dasmariñas.
First of all, I will tackle about our introduction. We all know that the finance and accounting is one of the most important parts of any organization. So as a student of the College of Business Administration and Accountancy of De La Salle University, Dasmariñas, the respondents that we chose are under the accountancy department. The researcher's main purpose is to know the profile as well as the educational background of BSA and BSM students to help aspiring BSA and BSM students in deciding whether they fit the course or not, and to know the criteria of a BSA and BSM student according to their academic performance. The significance of this paper is that it will show the academic performance needed for a BSA and BSM student to retain in the course and to help them to be aware of what they must be achieved in order to survive the program.
Next, I will discuss the methodology. This part of study includes the procedures to be done by the researchers in doing this study, in gathering information and in analyzing data gathered to come up with precise interpretations that will lead them to recommendations for the problem to be solved. For the research design, the researchers of this study used descriptive research to help readers to understand the point of this study. The researchers chose to use this kind of research designed for them to gain better understanding about the topic in the aim to come up with recommendations that will greatly help the respondents. For the sources of data, the researchers gathered data and information by conducting a survey-type questionnaire to their chosen population, second-year BS Accountancy students and BSBA Management Accounting students of De La Salle University, Dasmariñas, academic year 2012 and 2013. In terms of gathering information from the said population, the researchers applied the convenient sampling in the study that held at the College of Business Administration and Accountancy during the week before the midterm exam of De La Salle University, Dasmariñas. The researchers chose only 50 students from the courses as their sample, 25 students from the BS Accountancy and 25 students from BSBA Management Accounting. The said questionnaire is consisted of 13 closed questions and will just take 3 to 5 minutes for them to answer. For the data analysis, after the collection of the answered surveys, the researchers tallied the answer in the form of the choices they have made in the closed questions. The questions were classified according to the two objectives of the researchers. Thus, the results will also be classified to answer the questions presented. In analyzing the data gathered, the researchers expect that through the survey, the aim of the researchers in conducting this study will be validly attained. Also, the researchers use statistical data and systemizing the information gathered through surveys such as the percentage and frequency.
For specific problem number 1, which is, what are the current academic profile of the second-year BSA and BSM students before they got into college? Figure 1.1 shows the ranking of BSA and BSM students when they graduated high school. 12 of them graduated ranging from second honorable mention up to the last honorable mention in their previous alma mater. Figure 1.2 shows the average grade of the respondents in mathematics subject during their high school. According to figure 1.2, 29 students answered that their average grade in mathematics during high school ranging from 100 to 91. Figure 1.3 shows the favorite subject of BSA and BSM students during their high school. From the 50 students given the survey, 43% said that their favorite subject during high school is mathematics. Figure 1.4 shows the type of school BSA and BSM students came from. With this information collected, the accountancy and management accounting students of DLSUD came from private schools, which the researchers think that have a significant influence in their academic performances as a student of the said courses. Figure 1.5 shows the scholarship assistance that BSA and BSM students obtain. In Figure 1.5, it shows that 76% of the 50 students have their tuition fees paid by their parents. And that concludes the specific problem. Problem number 2 is, what is the current profile of the second year BSA and BSM students? Figure 2.1 shows the characteristics of the BSA and BSM students should have to be retained in their program. Figure 2.1 shows that the majority of the respondents answered competency and perseverance as an appropriate characteristics for them since they are simultaneously barraged with tasks during their schooling. Figure 2.2 shows the most important skill a BSA and BSM student should have. According to Figure 2.2, the most important skill a BSA and BSM student should have is the analytical skill, with 28% agreeing. Figure 2.3 shows the easiest way the BSA and BSM students learn. Figure 2.3 shows that 37% answered problems given in the book for the application to fully understand the lessons rather than only understanding concept inside the book. Figure 2.4 shows who performs better as a BSA and BSM student. 60% of the students think that both boys and girls are able to perform better as a BSA and BSM student. Figure 2.5 shows the time that a BSA and BSM students allot in studying at home. 8% of the 50 students surveyed answered that they spend an hour or less studying at home. And that ends our result. Up next is the discussion.
Lastly, for the discussion, let me first begin with a summary. After the researchers conducted a survey about the profile of the second-year BS Accountancy and second-year BSBA Management Accounting of DLSUD, the results have led the researchers to the following realizations. In terms of the academic performance of the respondents, the researchers will say that it is not necessary if one does not have high grades to survive either of the courses. What important is the skill they possess and acquire in order to have what it takes to take the said courses. With the result, the researchers can conclude that incoming BSA and BSM students do not necessarily need to excel in mathematics to be assured of retaining in the program. It is important to have an analytical skills since being a student of either course faces many mathematical problems in their major subject. It is also viewed that incoming BSA and BSM students allot 2 to 3 hours of study. It is also important to take into consideration of the goals you need to achieve, like being a desk leader and the like. Achieving these goals need a very strong perseverance. Also, it is seen that the students prefer studying alone since they can analyze and understand more by themselves. In terms of the skills of the respondents, researchers found out that BSA students said that perseverance and analytical skills are the most important skill BSA students must possess, which opposed the views of BSM students who said that comprehension and hard working are the skills that BSA students should have. In addition to this, the two sets of sample also set a different preference in how they understand easily the lessons, specifically in their major subject. By these results, the researchers can conclude that it is upon the person whether which skill they should have in order to excel in either course.
In our conclusion, based on the collected information, the researchers have come up with the following conclusions. Most of the perceptions of many people, the students should be excellent in mathematics, but in point of fact, the study resulted from a different characteristics that the students should possess, such as analytical, comprehension, perseverance, and narrative skills. BS Accountancy and BSBA Management Accounting students do not necessarily need satisfactory marks to go into this certain field. BS Accountancy and BSBA Management Accounting prefer studying alone in 2 to 3 hours. Also, these students learn their lessons by reading the book and by putting into practice what they have learned.
For the recommendation, in accordance with the gain conclusions, the researchers would like to present the following recommendations to help the incoming first-year students who are planning to take BS Accountancy and BSBA Management Accounting. These may help them assess themselves to efficiently have better decisions and avoid or lessen the negative effects of choosing an appropriate course for them. 1. Include all the accounting students, from first year to fifth year, to clearly see and define the characteristics needed by aspirants to finish the program or just increase the number of the respondents. 2. Make a case study on a particular model student to find out what it takes to study in the field of BSA and BSM. 3. Increase the amount of time exerted in the creation of the paper. And 4. For the incoming freshmen who want to take either BSA or BSM after course, please assess yourself immediately to meet the standards needed in order to finish the course successfully. And that ends our discussion for the profile of second year BS Accountancy and BSA Management Accounting students of University, Las Marinas. Thank you and good day.